Hello, hello. Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. This is new. Man. Yeah, let's try this. Why not? Hope everybody has been having a good Sunday so far. Doing whatever's necessary for them to recuperate from potentially their work week. That is what they're doing. I've been taking it slow this week. Not this week. No, I haven't been. This week. Been taking it slow this weekend, to be honest. Not so many chores. A lot of video gaming. Been working on some private projects. Some dates with a partner, which has been nice. Give me a second. So the cat joined me for video gaming, but I usually close the doors when I'm streaming. So of course, as soon as I started streaming, she got up and now wants to leave the room. So I have to let her out. Give me a little second. So, the cat has left the room. Yeah, what was I saying? Definitely a more relaxed weekend. No social obligations, no play dates, no tabletop RPG sessions. Just some time to decompress, which has been pretty nice to be honest. I've been pretty busy over the week. There was a lot going on, work-wise, hobby-wise. So it's kind of nice. I've started playing Rogue Trader on stream. I've looked into the game a little bit more. I've also succumbed to the siren song of Steam summer sale yesterday. Obviously, price for Persona 3 Reload was just too good. It was 55% off, I think, or something like that. So I had to buy Persona 3 Reload. I will never have the time to play that, to be honest. I already know this. So this is an absolute stupid buy, but it's been hella cheap, so yeah, it's what it is. And I also bought Citizen Sleeper 2. Now that one is definitely a game to look into. I want to play. I love the first part. I heard a lot of good things about it. I love the setup. So this is definitely something we're gonna be. I don't even know. Maybe we're gonna. And the problem is, I feel like everything I play on stream, I need to play exclusively on stream and then finish it on stream. And usually when I start playing a video game, I kind of get into that hyper focus and I actually want to finish it. So I wanted to play it at every opportunity that I get, and that kind of doesn't align well with the concept of streaming. So I haven't found a solution for that, but maybe I will. So, hopefully in July, which is just a couple of days out, I'll be trying to keep up this schedule because I think I kind of like it. Thursdays and Sundays. I'll try to finish some of my projects that I have ongoing, which might also be interesting. Let's see how that goes. And yeah, maybe there's also a couple updates on the TTRPG side of things. Mostly just like private games. We're playtesting some new systems. I received the Daggerheart rulebook actually a couple of days ago. I was finally available for order on the Critical Role shop for Europe. It has been out of stock ever since the pre-order. and I set up a notification. And the first time it was back in stock, it was literally just for a couple of minutes or hours in the middle of the night, and I just missed it. So I set up a notification again, and this time it actually worked. And I was able to buy the Daggerheart rulebook. Now, the Daggerheart rulebook is definitely going to be the set I'm going to be using for my next TTRPG fantasy campaign after we finish Brindlewood Bay. So, I don't know. I used to stream prep sessions. I used to do that on Thursdays. That was basically why I started streaming, because I just wanted to have an obligation to stream my TTRPG prep sessions. And then I stopped and I kind of fell off, and I just started streaming video games because actually I don't prep much these days. Brindlewood Bay is pretty much prepless. It's just maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes of preparation on the same day, and that's it. So there's not much of in terms of encounter or world building or anything like that. But yeah, maybe we'll get back into that with Daggerheart. Might also be interesting because it's a new system. A lot of cool stuff happening there. I think it might also be interesting in terms of world building. Yeah, I haven't thought this through yet, but I'll take a mental note and then see how that goes. But for today, what do we have on the menu? We've got our cute little cat person with his cute little cat minion companion, and he's in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the Ruby Sea. And I guess we're doing stuff, right? Yeah, we're definitely doing stuff. So, Tide Goes In, Imperials Go Out is our current MSQ quest that we're looking to follow. There is a blue quest, part of your world, that is still pending, but that is here. Oh, this is just around the corner. You know what? We're just gonna trigger the blue quest before we continue with the MSQ. See what this is all about. And I think we'll be able to wrap up the whole region of the Ruby Sea today. Let's see how that goes. Might be interesting. Yeah, we have one ether current for the Ruby Sea left. We haven't finished the fringes and the peaks. I think technically because we couldn't, right? These regions have been limiting access. So technically, I don't think we could have completed the ether current for the fringes and the peaks yet, which kind of rubs me the wrong way, but it is what it is. So, Kurenai, she's the, was she called the Ruby Princess? I think she was called the Ruby Princess. I always want to say the Ruby of the Sea, but that's somebody else. By the way, today's Matt Mercer's birthday, so shout out to him and the Ruby of the Sea. This is Onokoro. It is a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set out on the island, he offered to take me on a tour. Okay, he's a boisterous pirate. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Princess, what are you looking at? What will you say? Get lost? Or just ... So you're going to stand here and ignore me? Is that it then? Oh, I need to switch classes, by the way. Give me a second. Wait a minute. I know you. My comrades talk about you all the time. My apologies, sir. I was only just joking with you, of course. One can never have enough rich or powerful friends. That is why I approached your young charge. Figured if I helped her, she'd someday return the favor should I ever need it. But what brings you to this island? This fat cat is absolutely dumb. You're looking to learn more about a fairy tale, huh? I know nothing of fairies or tales, but perhaps I can direct you to someone who does. There is a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he's as old as the seas themselves. I reckon he, if anyone, that's a typo, right? Will be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. She'll be able to find him at the Quick Escape Pier. Thank you for your assistance, sir. Oh, we'll go speak to him right now. Not to worry, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name. Pay me back when the time comes. That's kind of cute. Did the gentleman ever give us his name? No, of course he didn't. He's a boisterous pirate. Without his name, I'm afraid, I will be unable to send him payment for his help. It is terribly unfortunate, but there is little that can be done. Now, let us promptly make for Quick Escape Pier. We do not want to miss the fisherman. We're gonna run into a... Give me a quick moment here, because we're already level 69 with the Scholar. We're just quickly gonna switch over to Paladin. I was looking into new outfits the other day, but I actually couldn't come up with any glamours that I really liked. I've been looking around all over. But the problem I'm currently having is that most of the cool outfits I find require pieces that are so far along the story beyond Stormblood that I actually can't get them. Which is, well, one of the reasons they say glamour is the end game, right? But, man, whenever I see the amount of outfits that I don't have access to in this game, man, it's the worst. So this is the elderly fisherman. Okay. Hello there. Is there something you need? Yeah, we're looking for information on a fairy tale, buddy. Ah, the tale of the fisherman and the ruby sea. Yes, indeed. It has been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me, or perhaps my great-great-grandfather, or perhaps my... That is all good and well, sir, but could you please just tell us the story? Stay polite, especially with old people. Ah, yes, my apologies. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you have not forgotten it. We might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child was so tattered, I could only read bits and pieces of the story. I recall now. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokoro who saved the Kojin of the Blue from the maws of a terrible beast. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it will allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. We know that part already, right? That's something that has already happened to us, so that is legit. It was there that their journey together began. They visited temples, palaces, villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including the beautiful princess, who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. That sounds a bit like our story here, doesn't it? Let's see how it continues. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Give me a second, folks. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tama Mizu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather, or perhaps his great-great-grand... Well, you get the point. To continue with the story, upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Doubtless, from what we heard, I can only assume this took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. Is this one of those situations where I gotta do... Again, thank you very much, sir. You're a man of great wisdom. That one of those situations where... Are we just unlocking the extreme... Oh, man. I am not sure whether or not... It's okay. Where is she? Well, yeah, let's... Let's drop back under the sea. Man, there's so many puns in here regarding diving back into the content and stuff like that. So many missed opportunities. Can I get the striped ray as a pet or a, like I should be able to do that, right? Let me just quickly check. There's a quest that's called True Blue. Okay. So there's definitely a blue quest line here. Huh. Have I done those? Give me a second, man. There's Chronicles of a New Era. Side quests. I don't think I have done a lot of side quests here. Man, I am so bad at these. Under wraps. So the first one is okay, so these unlock after tide goes in and periods go out. Okay, got it. Got it. So you know what? Since I think we're gonna come back here. Let's do the following. Let's just see if we can wrap up the MSQ in this area and then try and do all the blue quests that unlock afterwards. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go. I think we need to go for a swim here, right? This somehow unlocks. You folks sometimes find it hard when you're having a game that's just throwing too many quests at you at once. That's something you struggle with, because I absolutely hate it. Can I dive? Give me a second. We're just gonna swim, right? Come on. This is one of the main problems I'm facing with RPG, and especially older CRPG. The fact that they throw so many side quests and stories at me that I'm kind of getting overwhelmed, and then just stop doing anything. Like reach this state of decision paralysis where I can't decide what to do first. And I feel massively overwhelmed, and then I'm like, okay, might as well not do anything. It's a big problem for me. So, also I think this comes down to doing quests in the most efficient way, right? I know this sounds stupid, but up to a certain extent, sometimes you try to optimize the way you're playing a game, and then you think, oh, if I do this quest first, and then I can reduce the amount of walking time I have, and yada yada yada. Then it becomes absolutely stressful. But not gonna worry too much about that. So this is that the last ether current? I think this is the last ether current in this area, right? Here we go. Perfect. Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed. Do I need help? Oh, I'll be fine. It's nothing that won't heal. You should go after Lise. Search the village in need of villages for search for villages in need of aid and speak with one of the Confederates. Now we could do that. There's a stupefied senior here. Thank you, my child. When the fighting started, I tried to run and hide, but fell and could not regain to my feet. I thought for sure we would all be slaughtered, but the pirates drove them out. I never thought I would see the day when the Confederacy came to our aid. Right? All thanks to me. Well, kinda. Kinda, sorta. Where is everybody? Man. We missed the opportunity to go and see Nine Inch Nails this summer while they're touring, which absolutely sucks. I was late on buying tickets, and well, then the only tickets they had were basically sitting area tickets, and I don't want to watch Nine Inch Nails sitting on my ass. It's not an experience I want to have, so I decided on not doing it, which is really sad. Oh, you're the one who saved me from the Doman catchers. Thanks to you, we managed to rescue the fishermen and my kidnapped comrades, one of whom joined the Confederacy with me long ago. I would have broken my heart to have had to bury him. Oh, and if you're looking for the captain, you'll find him in the tavern. Where is the tavern, man? What does the tavern even mean? There's a tavern here. Is that the tavern? Does it have a door? No. I'm super confused. Let's talk to the flustered fisherman. Oh, you're not an Imperial. Is it over? Kami be praised. I was certain she would have us all killed and burn Isari to the ground, or kill us after making us watch, or barricade us in our homes before putting them to the torch. Man, this lady really sounds intense. Maybe we should go and talk to her. Back already? At the tavern, you say? In that case, we should find Lise and speak with him together. Look at that.
My Eorzean friends. Saw the smoke, did you? A pity you did not come sooner, though I gather you were busy elsewhere.
Gosestsu! You're alive. You're all alive.
And full of vim and vigor. Did I not tell you I was no stranger to change?
That sounds kinky, Gosestsu. Is that
The
is that what you were
Where are all the
insinuating?
Imperials?
Fled. They stood their ground for a time, until it became clear that their Korgian reinforcements would not be coming. We took some few casualties, but my deeper regret is having let Yotsuyu slip through my fingers. That bodyguard of hers may be a half-wit, but he's a mean bastard on the battlefield.
That hair
In any
is
event,
just...
I imagine all involved are satisfied with this outcome. So far as the Empire is concerned, the Confederacy attacked Isari in retaliation for the Viceroy's actions. And without the aid of insurrectionists, I might add.
Mm-hmm.
Suffice it to say, we are prepared to be the subject of their undivided attention for the foreseeable future.
Doma shall be free, this we swear. Don't do anything reckless, so you say ... We're caring, right? He's a care bear.
Nor you. Our fates are intertwined now. If you fall, so do we.
Your assistance would be most welcome. Nevertheless, we shall do our utmost to spare you undue danger. We are already in your debt.
Nay, little miss, all debts are paid. For by your deeds, many still live who elsewise would not. Let both parties count their blessings, and may fortune continue to favor us all.
You still seek to bring freedom to our people, then? You will go to Yansha.
Will we go to Yangsha? Is that what we're doing?
I have faith that our allies yet live. Once we have found them, we will plan our next step.
Damn.
Yansha was the crucible of the rebellion. What happened here pales in comparison to what Yotsuyu did there.
Okay.
Remember this. Fear changes men. Have care in whom you place your trust.
And with that, we must take our wounded home. Oh, your shellback friend sends his regards and looks forward to your next meeting. Try not to die before then, eh?
Look at that. Okay, cute little panties. I don't like the... I get that a lot of people are totally into this, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Stormblood armor sets up until now. I don't like the whole Japanese vibe. Ooh, we've completed. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. What is Freebird the Ruby Sea? Is that just, yeah, attuned with all the ether currents in the Ruby Sea? Perfect. So there's a couple of Heaven Sent and Knocking on Heaven's Door. So let's see that we can pick those up. And we're going to do some optional quests before continuing. We must first clear floor 50 of the Palace of the Dead. To gain access to the Palace of the Dead, you must complete the quest, The House That Death Built. So is that something we should do? Palace of the Dead, level 50? What? Oh, man. So, but this one here, this is something we can definitely do, right? This vexed villager is keeping watch of the ocean with a growing sense of dread. What does that symbol mean? Is that because the difficulty of this quest will be synced to my current level? Where's that blasted boat? Should have been here by now. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. My daughter is late returning from Kugane, you see, and I thought to come and look for her. I can't imagine the Confederacy giving her any trouble. She's always been good about putting money aside for the Ruby Tithe, but... Oh gods, what if the Red Kojin caught sight of her? My dear, sweet Shihumi, that's what her name is. She only meant to bring home a bit of old furnishings to give comfort to a village. I don't know what I'd do if anything should happen to her. I know this is sudden, but you've the look of a man who can handle a bit of danger. Would you be willing to look for my daughter? She should be traveling close to the shore of Suki. I guess we are, aren't we? Where are we going? There. I think we've completed the map, right? So, let's see. The good thing is, now do some flying, folks. Here we go. Yeah, that's much better. Palace of the Dead, huh? Is that... I think that's solo content, right? Kind of an endless dungeon, right? Maybe I have to... Maybe I have to look into that and do it at some point. I would have to do some research first. I have no idea what that does. Pretty sure I've done that quest, The House That Death Built, at some point during my illustrious career, but don't remember, man. I mean, game could just throw a few more quests at us. Oh, look, there's a Kojin who's actually trying to protect her. Please, stay away. Not another step. I was sent here by a fisherman. Fisherman from Isari. By any chance, did he send you in search of his daughter? So, if so, I suppose it is me you're searching for. My name is Shihumi. My ship was attacked by the Red Kojin, but I was saved by this warrior of the blue. Would that we could have saved the cargo on board. Save the cargo? Very well. Wait, your kindness is greatly appreciated, but you cannot mean to go against the Red Kojin, not alone. And off he pops. Please, sir, you have to go after him. He was gravely injured in my rescue. It would be suicide for him to face them in this condition. Okay. Then, see if we can find this Kojin. Where is he? Oh, no. Come on here, fire crab. There's a joke here somewhere about crabs and burning like fire. You know? But I wouldn't know. Yeah, buddy. You and me both. Oh. Red Kojin. You guys being all confident. I mean, we all agree that Leonardo was the coolest Ninja Turtle, right? I think this is something that only nerds would say. Like nerd in terms of, right? Looking at Leo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello, right? I think clearly Leonardo was not the coolest Ninja Turtle. Definitely not by a long shot. Michelangelo was much more fun to be around with. Raphael was cooler. Donatello had that tech guy kind of nerd vibe going. So basically Leo was just head of class, right? He was like the smart kid, the kind of the teacher appointed to be basically head of class. So I don't know why I was liking Leo so much, but yeah, that was actually my favorite Ninja Turtle, Leonardo. Maybe I should mention that in therapy on Monday, see where that leads. I guess there's definitely some wisdom in there. How could I fall for such an obvious trap? Thank you, brave warrior. Oh, thank goodness you're both all right. Why have you come, woman? I'm sorry, I thought you were both gone so long. I began to worry. Do not misunderstand. I am not angry. I meant only to say this place is dangerous. But the Red are gone now and your cargo is safe. Everything is there, yes? One, two, yes. This seems to be all of it. Others will be so happy when they see these goods. Thank you so much. Then my work is finished. Wait, please, would you at least tell me the name of the gallant Kojin who rescued me? My name? I am Kabuto of the Blue. You, brave warrior, what is the name of the man who rescued me? Daedalus, huh? I shall remember it. I haven't much, but please let me repay you for your kindness. Daedalus saved my life. For another to repay my debt of gratitude would be a stain on my honor. I see, but then at the very least let me give you something. Most of these goods are worn or broken, but if anything here is to your liking, by all means. Broken? Repairing them is part of my training as a craftsman. Thankfully, the merchants of Kugane are willing to part with such wares for relatively little. Still, I hope there is something here that pleases you. Oh. What is this? Oh my god, I want to have it. That is a Karakuri puppet. Would that I knew who made it or how. Fixing it was quite the challenge. Still, the children back home will love. I would have this Karakuri. Oh, that is a fine choice. Yes, a fine choice indeed. Far be it from me to deny the Kojin who saved me this reward. No man, I want to have the Karakuri puppet. I need this. Meet me at the entrance to Tamamizu. There, I will present you with a token of my thanks. Right, man. A peculiar one, isn't he? Certainly not the best with words, but his heart is pure and sort true. Thank you again for your help delivering these home. Should be easy enough on my own. Take care and safe travels. Oh. So from there we are going to Tamamizu, but somewhere at the entrance actually. Get there. Oh, here it is. There we go. Man, we need that puppet, right? We definitely need that puppet. Is that a minion? I mean, the little otter is also a minion that you can acquire. I've actually seen it in our guild chest. I just didn't want to pick it up there because I thought I would who the hell is Forevermore? That was weird. Talk to Kabuto first. You have come. Good. Bunchen, there you are. You disobeyed me to go and search for treasures again, did you? What's this? Oh, Daedalus, a welcome surprise. I hope Kabuto has not given you too much trouble. He saved my life, and so I wish to present him with a token of my gratitude. I did not realize you were acquainted. Perhaps I should take my leave. Hey, Kabuto, where are you going? What of your gift? But did you not come to speak to him? I was not even aware he was here. I came here searching for you. How many times must I tell you not to go searching for treasure on your own? The Red are running amok in the Ruby Sea, you know this. What is your relationship, buddies? Can you tell me? Yes, I went alone, and yes, I was saved by Daedalus, but I believe it was fate. It brought us together and rewarded me with a Karakuri puppet. I will not deny you are a gifted fighter, but it would be foolish to mistake today's happenstance for good fortune. Though I suppose you have done worse in more favorable situations. What? You have done worse in more favorable situations? Who are you? You seem puzzled. Ah, you must think he means to travel to the Isle of Zeki. Allow me to explain. As you are well aware, the Isle of Zeki has been home to the most prized relics of both the Red and the Blue since time immemorial. Though the Red guard it fiercely, they can no longer subsist on the plunder of the Imperials. Now they demand that we join in their work as mercenaries and raiders. Naturally, we refused, and so they deny us to entry to the vault. Rather than take up arms against our brothers, we have taken it upon ourselves to create a new treasure vault here in Tamamizu. To that end, we have devoted a great deal of effort to searching far and wide for treasures with which to fill our vault. If certain individuals would learn not to wander off on their own, I could take comfort in knowing said efforts were not wasted. The others would only slow me down. You will have to forget Kabuto. He is as stubborn as his shell is thick, but you're not here to listen to our quarrels. Come, let us make our way to the treasure vault. Is it a super sad treasure vault? Is it like a super sad treasure vault with just trash in it? Let's see. What wondrous treasure have you brought us today? A broken puppet, man. Okay. No, I work alone. Oh my, you never mentioned that puppet was a Kojin. Such detail, such craftsmanship. The Kami surely will be pleased with a treasure so fine. These weird little turtle trash pandas. Makura. Who is Makura? Wait, it's the puppet? No one walks alone, Kabuto. To turn your back on your brothers and sisters would be folly of the greatest order. What a Tsukumogami, a great divine spirit, we are humbled by your presence. What is going on? Raise your heads and be proud. You have done well to gather such glorious bounty. Man, I want to have him so bad. I really want to have him. But the task before you is too great for a single Kojin. Kabuto, you must lead your brothers and sisters. Lead them to ever greater treasures and prosperity. You have been chosen, brother. I am truly honored. I am. I swear on my honor, our vault will overflow with riches. But I need no help. Oh god, she's so cute. Silence. You will form a company of treasure seekers, starting with him. Seriously. With him, yeah? Yes, you with a fuzzy tail. Please, Divine One, there is no need to burden him with such insolence. You call yourself a warrior, but your prowess pales before his might. Was it not you who said it was fate that brought you together? Yes, but how do you... You must accept that to which fate has bound you, and to do so. Oh, and do so with all your heart. Okay, they're a weird little puppet. I'm here for this. Okay. Henceforth, you and yours will be known as the Divine Circle. Ah, man. Well, there is Tsukin, Makura, and Shikitai. I mean, that is a... It isn't an inconvenience. Where is your backbone, Kabuto? The duty placed upon you is both sudden and daunting. For your uncertainty shall be forgiven, but only this once. Furthermore, until you prove your resolve to be unbending and your mind focused, I, Tsukumo, will oversee your operations personally. And with that, our team is assembled. Let us set forth and seek out the untold witches of the realm, that even the Red Kojin will burn with envy. What? What is that even? What the hell? Oh, hell. Ah. Yeah, we've just unlocked society quests. Yay. Damn. The Blue Kojin have begun making contributions to the treasure vault in Tamimizu. And we're gonna help him, aren't we? Your reputation has increased to friendly. Kojin Society quests are now available from Tsukin at Tamamizu. Furthermore, you may now purchase wares from Shikitahe. That's spelled almost like Shihitake. What the hell? In order to undertake the next Allied Society main quest, you must first complete the main scenario quest, A Silence, in 3 parts. Kojin is divine. Okay. Hell. Okay. Man, I don't like society quests. I don't like society quests. But that also means that we can progress with the blue quest in order to get the manta ray steed before continuing along with our main scenario quest. This is honestly something that bothers me just a little bit. Like the amount of sending me left and right that this game is doing. But anyway, I guess they have to increase playtime somehow, right? Oh, I could have. Yeah, let's. I just realized I could have. Give me a second. I'm a bit all over the place right now. Could have finished a part of your world, but let's go and do the MSQ now. You did well. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Surely, yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gift. Yangxia and my countrymen await. There is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. So, there's a couple of things here. Give me a second here. There's a couple of things here. So, we're going to be doing Palace of the Dead. We're gonna check out the society quests. And oh, by the way, something I also wanted to do at some point is well, I need to regularly check the party finder for duties of the 50 and 60 level extreme raids. I would love to do them. So yeah, I think that's something I would like to do. Yeah. Let's see if we can. Come on, let's wrap this up first. So a silence in 3 parts is actually the one I just need to complete in order to continue, right? Anyway. It's so weird that my chocobo can also breathe underwater. That is the weirdest thing, but I guess it is what it is. So where's the princess? There she is. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. The people are incredibly kind. I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those on Onokoro seemed rather cordial, though perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Suinosato are passed down orally. He should be able to tell us if any of our stories match the tale the fisherman recounted for us. A tale in which a Hurrian fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under the sea? It sounds almost as if it is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. Though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a Hyur might be something of an embellishment. To the contrary, Your Grace. I believe generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Hurrian man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Until now, I had considered it to be merely a tall tale, spun by the elders for the grandchildren. Yet it is possible that the story is true. And there is a chance that the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You are a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all our fates. That is incredibly kind of you to say, but without this wonderful gentleman beside me, we would never have come so far. Yeah, I am a wonderful gentleman, am I not? Indeed. Master Root, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you're about to announce your intention to travel to where the Kojin of the Blue reside. In search of this miracle cure? I wish you safe travels. Okay. So he learned to let us go, which is kind of nice. I'm a bit unhappy with how dark the camera is. I think this is mostly due to the weather, but oh, we're actually fine. I think we're good. This is going to be just a hard version of that dungeon, right? No, she's departing back to Tamamizu, okay. All right. Yes, I've been there before. Okay, in that instance, I could have, you know, this is exactly what I'm saying. I could have just completed the MSQ quest and then circled back to Tamamizu and continued with all the quests there. Where is that? Where? He's up here. Okay. Ah, that stupid, dorky fat cat. It's just so beautiful. Is it not so different? Oh, it is not so different to that of our own village. Now, where shall we begin to search for this ancient Kojin remedy? We should find the Kojin who gave you the Book of Fairy Tales. I know, brilliant idea. If I'm not mistaken, he goes by the name of Inban. Let us go and search for him. There he is. It has been many years, so it is difficult to be absolutely sure, but I think this is Master Inban, the merchant I told you about. Inban, that is my name. Do we know each other from somewhere? Does the name Kurenai ring a bell? Yes, I remember now. You are the little girl from the palace. Oh, people grow so fast, they do. You've changed so much, I scarcely recognize you. Master Inban, I am glad to see you have not forgotten me. We have sought you out today to ask you something regarding the book of fairy tales you have given me long ago. Ha, I remember that one. What would you like to know? You're looking to find a cure for your sleeping friend. Huh. Most noble cause indeed. I am an avid collector of ancient tomes. In one of them, there is the exact remedy you speak of, an elixir, and wake those who have fallen into a deep slumber. Truly? And might you share this recipe with me so I can recreate it? The recipe should be easy to find. But the necessary ingredients, on the other hand, not so much. What do you mean? To make this potion, the potion requires the shell of a bloated umami, a giant umami that has had over 100 years to mature. Decades have passed since one of these has last been spotted. Your only hope now would be to capture a larva and wait 100 years for it to grow potent enough to make your cure. We will find a bloated umami. Of course we are. Just because none has been spotted in recent times does not mean none exist. If we search hard enough, we are certain to come across one. If you are serious about this, I would suggest you begin your search in exile. It was formerly considered a prime hunting ground for these creatures. Kelp was often used to lure them out of hiding. Good. Gather the most succulent stalks you can find and take them into the cave. Or perhaps you should have this man here take them. You appear to be as strong as our gatekeeper. Yeah, let me do that, please. Please, please, please. Fixing everybody's problems. Where'd she go? Where is Exile? Is Exile... Okay, there's Exile. I'm a little confused. I could have sworn that it would have made absolute sense for this quest line to basically circle back to the palace and give me a hard version of that dungeon. And now I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't. Oh, down? Oh, okay. Exile is the one at the bottom here, right? These underwater transitions are really neat, actually. The great idea for transitioning between swimming and walking environments. I made sure to collect the longest and most luscious stalks. I'm sure you did, Guranai. I'm sure you did. Absolutely. The hunting grounds, Master, are in the deep recesses of the cave just over there. So I will take my long and luscious stalks and just wander off to the deep recesses of the cave. Is that what you're saying? I guess I will. From what I gathered, the bloated Yumemi's great age is what allows them to accumulate an incredible amount of magic, most of which is concentrated in their shell. We can only hope that, should one be there, it will be tempted out of hiding by the sweet smell of its favorite food. Okay, this is a big Yumemi. No, this is just a small Yumemi, right? Okay. You're basically just slugs, man. Just a bunch of slugs. Oh, come on. Oh man, they're actually hurting me. Maybe I should use... Man, I've forgotten how tank works. Completely. Isn't there a heal? Yeah, clemency, right? Yeah. Man, I'm so bad at this. Anyway. Oh, you're a big one. Let's go. Here you go. Okay. That was pretty easy and straightforward. There's a small discrepancy between the narrative and how easy it was, but I'm fine with that. Master Eman grew worried and kindly came to check upon us. There's nothing to worry about. I'm the Warrior of Light. Is this what I think it is? You did it! The last one in existence even. Well then let's just squander it. I mean, I just walked into a cave with a bunch of kelp stalks. I mean, have you tried doing that? That you were able to find it so quickly makes me wonder if the bloated Yumemi is not as gone as we think. Mayhap they simply began burrowing deeper into the earth in response to our excessive hunting. I mean... I must make up for this grievous miscalculation. Please give me the shell. I shall make the remedy you seek and deliver it. It may take some time to prepare, but should be well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Now, Isui might finally be saved from eternal slumber. Daedalus, once again, I am in your debt. Together, we return to Suino Sato, that we might share the story of our success. Yeah, we could just bam back to Tamamizu. Right. Yes. Man, we wanted to go for ice cream later on, but the weather outside does not look like ice cream weather. That looks like summer storm weather. I mean, we currently still have 28 degrees right now here in Berlin, but this is definitely gonna come down at some point. Shiosai has been duly informed of all that happened. When I told him of how you slayed the Yumemi, his eyes went wide and his mouth dropped. Rarely did I ever see him so surprised. Then again, he has every right to be. Your efforts have allowed Master Inban to set upon making a remedy that should, in theory, have been impossible to recreate. Which reminds me, I owe you an apology. You were only to escort me to Tamamizu, but due to my own inability, you were forced to do so much more than that. Truly, I do not know what I would have done without you. In addition to saving my people, you have opened up my eyes to the world. Through you, I have come to learn so much. When I finally return to Shisui and reassume my role as the Ruby Princess, I shall look back fondly upon the memories we created together on this great adventure. Is that it? No, it's not. The two princesses. Master Inban has yet to arrive with the elixir, but we must not allow ourselves to grow impatient. He will come to us as soon as it is ready. The longer we wait, however, the more I worry about Hisui. Shiosai assures me she is doing well and that, thanks to one of our own ancient remedies, her bones and muscles remain strong. But even so, I feel compelled to confirm with my own eyes. Let us go there. He's just around the corner up here, right? Looking upon her, I am reminded of the Ruby Princess from the fairy tale. What causes you to continue sleeping, my friend? Initially, I feared the void sin possessed her, had driven her soul from her body. Now I suspect Isui's spirit has simply gone dormant. It is attempting to recuperate from the trauma it endured. Master Inman's elixir will likely restore what vitality has been lost. Indeed, that is correct. Hey there, buddy. I have brought the elixir. Good for you, man. In the olden days, we would sprinkle this over the eggs that refused to hatch. It would serve to strengthen the soul of the Kojin within. Sprinkle, do you mean to say Hisui does not need to drink this remedy to recover? Drink it? There is no need for that. All we need to do is pour this over your friend. Here, I made plenty. Are we like... Oh no. You're awake. I am sorry for everything. Princess, what are you talking about? Did she not remember? To think that you had to travel so far and overcome so many obstacles to save me, I know not how to thank you. Nay, 'tis I who must thank you. Think nothing of it, Princess. As your lady in waiting, it is my duty above all else to ensure that you are protected. Yeah, there's the little otter I want. Oh, Hisui, truly, I am blessed to have you in my life. That's nice. That's just really, really cute, isn't it? The girls, they are identical. I cannot for the life of me tell them apart. Indeed, there is a great resemblance. Master Root, now that Lady Hisui has awakened, her grace must return to the palace and resume her duties there at once. While I will ask you to say your farewells to her here, I do hope that this is not the last you will see of each other. I have watched her grace blossom into an intelligent and capable young lady under your care. It was just 10 minutes, man, honestly. You know that, right? It was just 10 minutes. It has made me think that being sequestered in a castle is not the best way to raise our rulers. You have saved us in more ways than I can count and taught us so much. Sui no Sato is forever changed because of you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. It's kind of nice. That's a nice little learning, right? So are you both going to go back to the palace, or how is this going to work? So it is here that a grand adventure together draws to a close. I, however, would like to enjoy your company for just a bit longer. Just allow me to escort you to the gates. I would have imagined that they do this some sort of switcheroo, right? Where Hisui stays back as the princess and then Kurenai joins us on her travels to find out more about the world. But maybe I am just over-interpreting the whole thing. I mean, it would be nice, right? I shall forever cherish my memories of our travels together. Whenever I look back upon them, they will fill my heart with a serene happiness. You came from afar and braved the depths of the sea, all so that you might rescue a sleeping princess. That story has a familiar ring to it, does it not? Indeed. And just as with the tale of the fisherman, mayhap someone somewhere has recorded our story too. Sadly, this is where I must part with you. It is time for me to return to the palace. Farewell. Or rather, until next time. With me to take her highness' place while she is away, I do not imagine it should be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. Even Shiosai has difficulty telling us apart. All we need to do is exchange clothes, and no one will be any the wiser. There it is. To prove my point, here's a quick test for you. Look very closely and tell me, am I Kurenai or am I Isui? I have no idea. Ha! If you thought you could tell us apart by our clothes, you were mistaken. Just earlier we swept guard, and I am in fact Isui. Despite the numerous journeys we embarked on together, it seems even you cannot tell us apart. Isui, let us leave it at that. I think perhaps we have teased Daedalus enough for one day. That's a nice little... in Germany we say doppeltes Lottchen. I don't know what the American translation for that would be, but doppeltes Lottchen is... it's a very classic German children's story about technically that two twins who grow up apart from each other, and then they basically get to know each other on summer camp or something like that, and they decide to switch places, right? And I think this is, I don't know if this is the source of this meme, but this is where I know it from, right? This is where I must leave you. Until then, I ask that you keep on smiling and maintain that wonderful disposition of yours. Honestly, I have to check. Because this, yeah, so this goes back to the 50s actually, right? Because this is the original book. The original book is from 1959. German author Erich Kästner, right? Two 9-year-old girls who meet each other in the Alps, and then they realize that they're twins. And basically their parents separated, and well, one lives with the father and the other with the mother. And when the holidays end, they decide to switch, and then basically try to parent trap them. And this is basically, I think this has been done this has been like. This has been repurposed in movies like Forever and Ever and Ever. But I think this is the original source of that parent trapping, twin switcheroo kind of trope. I'm not 100% sure if anybody finds a source before 1949. Let me know. But... it'll be interesting. I think this is the first book of Erich Kästner that he that he not wrote, but basically put out after the end of the Nazi regime. But yeah, I would have to check. Interesting. Because, to be honest, that was quite progressive for 1949. Because we were talking about divorced parents, right? In the late 40s, early 50s in Germany, in a quite conservative environment, right? So that was quite a difficult theme for a children's book, right? Hey, your parents divorced. How do you cope with that? I mean, again, I don't think that parent trapping trope is too healthy, right? If two adults decide to separate or divorce, then it's an absolute right to do so, and we should honor and accept that decision. But still, like a children's book, then picking up that topic of divorce and separation in the 1950s is quite progressive. I've never read it, to be honest, but I think this is one of those German classics. Well, German classics in terms of like kids' book classic, right? So we've leveled up to a new paladin quest. We could do the silence in 3 parts first, and then return to Yamamizu for some more turtle action, right? So let's wrap up a silence in 3 parts and unlock Yangxia, and then take it from there, right? I mean, we can fly now, which is so much better than before. So this is the cave that leads to Yaxia, which is a place we have not been to yet. So, cutscene it is.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
It's the evil lady.
Yotsuyu, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack. Our vaults plundered.
She's definitely
by
not going to
outsiders.
forgive anything.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required? It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel, to torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths. And then you go and ruin everything! Well, there's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it.
What is your problem, lady?
There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single doman.
So what have the Domans done to you? Can you tell me? Why is it personal with the Domans?
And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Oh, buddy.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy, you witless lump!
What is there to enjoy, man?
If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
Feel a little bad for him. I mean, we've kicked his ass multiple times. He's not in a good place. And now he has to serve that sadistic Gosestsu. But yeah.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha. Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yangxia and what became of her. What lies beyond that great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it, but is it wise for us to have this conversation here on the road, out in the open? Once, your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos does not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsuyu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages in search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist. And then, as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yangxia. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west, though I doubt the Imperials are present. Let us proceed with caution. This is interesting. Just from a... Honestly, I don't know much about Asian cultures, so I am... really hesitant to say that, but is this more of a... Chinese-inspired region? The humble village of Namai, how delicious her rice, how sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with my own eyes, and for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. So should we go there, Gosestsu? Give me a second here. We will check. Let no man claim that I am reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Let's venture closer if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers lurking about. Okay. Come on, let's do this right. Life after Doma.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
I'm going too.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the general?
Lord Gosestsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Of all the times for him to turn up, has the old fool lost his mind?
Okay. Oh, he has freckles.
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
What you going on about? Actually, never mind. Just come with me, now!
I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in this village? Again, you address me with unwarranted spite. What the fuck, man? Do you not understand the situation? Know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai. A farmer, like my father before me and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am. But I know you. We all do. Lord Cayenne's retainer and leader of the rebellion. Gosestsu. Notorious fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. I am hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? They fought, and they died. Every last one. And then the Imperials came looking for more, because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again. Never again. Do you understand? We've had enough of you and yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Impassioned as his pleas may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. Man, this is one theme that I find so irksome about Stormblood, right? Because let's be honest, there's this bunch of very, very powerful and privileged people. And they just run around the country organizing the rebellion. And I absolutely understand that. But I feel like they have no understanding of the dangers and the consequences that whatever they're doing has for the populace, right? For the people, the actual people like the fishermen and the farmers and everybody they try to kind of rile up and get to rebel and basically overthrow the empire, right? And all these people are dying. They are facing the consequences of the actions that we're taking, right? Because we're the heroes. We're not gonna die. Like the Warrior of Light is not gonna die. Elise is probably not gonna die. I don't know. Maybe she is. Let's find out. And Alice is hopefully, fingers crossed, not gonna die anyway. But the people that are dying are actually all the other NPCs, all those fishermen, all of those farmers that we're meeting along the way. And I feel like the amount of irritation that we meet them with when they say, man, I don't want to be part of your rebellion. It's gonna get me killed. We were massacred before and we want none of that, is a little confusing, right? Like, it's understandable. People don't want to get killed. People do not want to get killed. And I feel like the story doesn't acknowledge that enough. And I don't know, I haven't completed my thoughts on that yet, but it kind of feels... I get that we should rise up against our oppressors, right? And do whatever is possible to overthrow oppression. And some people do not have the privilege of deciding that I want to stay safe at my home and just avoid conflict because conflict is being brought to them. That's also the other side of the medallion. But I think we can acknowledge that these people, these farmers and fishermen, they have other problems in their lives than overthrowing rebellion, right? And I think we can absolutely acknowledge that maybe politics is not their main priority, and risking their lives to overthrow some kind of system that at the end of the day would just replace another system that then governs them would not be their top priority, right? And I think this is a little critique on politics and governance that's kind of missing in here. But anyway, that's just some thoughts I'm having. Okay, we're respecting his wishes. We must continue onwards to the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. Okay. This is a nice little village. This is a new area, right? This is, again, a completely new map with a new set of ether currents, I assume. Yeah, love it. Cool, 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 cool. So perfect. Man. Right. I think we're gonna wrap this up for today. We're just gonna stay here. Maybe we are going back to Tamamizu in the meantime to actually pick up some of those quests available there, right? That might be nice. But I think overall, I think we're gonna call it a day for this. This was a pretty slow stream. Unfortunately, I don't know why. It's fine. I mean, I'm here, play video games, and if you want and wish to join me, then that is always nice. But I think I'm gonna play video games nonetheless. So that's also okay. Just stumble across this stream, give me a like, give me a follow. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me doing in Final Fantasy XIV. So one thing I've already noted down is looking at the Palace of the Dead, because that is something I haven't done. I'm also planning on scheduling some of these extreme raids, although I am not sure how to do that on stream without having like a static party. That might be a little difficult, but I'm gonna figure this out. So if anybody has any interests beyond MSQ, I'd be super interested to hear about it. If there's anything you would like to see on stream, let me know. Maybe there is. Otherwise, we'll just continue with the MSQ next week, probably on Thursday evening again on the original schedule around 7 p.m. in the evening. In any case, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for coming along. Have a beautiful Sunday. Enjoy the weekend. I hope it's not storming and raining out there where you are. It started storming and raining here in Berlin right now. So maybe we're not gonna go for ice cream later. But enjoy your weekend. Have a restful day and see you around, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.